Okay, welcome back, friends. So this is our last demo session. We have already completed a couple of demo sessions actually in last 2 days. And we have seen some basics, right? Basics of computer networks and what is CCNA, what is Linux server administration. We have gone through all these basics. And people who have joined today for the first time, you can go through the demo sessions which are already recorded. And hopefully management will share the demo sessions with you. You can just go with the demo number 1 and 2. Okay, so this is the third and the final demo session before we start our regular classes from tomorrow. Done? Now let us try to go there and see a few more basic things about computer networks before we kickstart our regular classes from tomorrow. So what we have seen here, friends, we know what is a network here and we know what are the types of networks. So basically we have discussed about 3 major types of networks, right? Local area network, metropolitan area network, and wide area network. These are indeed the 3 major types of computer networks we have. So when I say local area network, what it means? Local area network means a network that is there or that is present within a small geographical location, right? That is a local area network. Metropolitan area network is a network that is spread across the city. There can be multiple branches within your city. So when you make communication between all these branches, then you know what we do? We connect them through the ISP, and these connections are actually known as metropolitan area network connection or metropolitan area network. Done. So as a administrator, what we need to know here, friends, as a administrator, as a CCNA person, actually as a network administrator, we should know how to make communication between 2 different networks, isn't it? We should know how to make communication between 2 different physical networks, or it can be virtual networks. Okay. So what is a virtual network or a logical network, and what is a physical network? That's again a detailed discussion we have to see in coming classes. But as of now, we as the network administrator, one of the main responsibilities to make communication between different networks. Done. Now, the biggest network what we have in computers are wide area network. So what is a wide area network here? A wide area network is a computer network where the branches are present across the globe, different cities, countries, and continents. So once you make connection between all these branches, it will form into a wide area network. Okay. So branches can be there, let's say within India, let's say Delhi and Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai, they are also known as wide area network. And suppose there are branches in India, branches in, let's say, Argentina, branches in, let's say, France, some other locations. So they are also wide area networks, right? So within the wide area network also, we have to go and use the internet service providers, and we use routers. Through routers, we'll make communication there. So in our CCNA, majorly we are learning how we can establish communication between different local area networks, which are present in a different geographical location, or it can be there within a single geographical location. So we should know how to make communication within the local area network. We should know how to make communication within the wide area network, as well as we should know how to make communication with the networks which are available in different countries and continents. So this is one of the main focus we will have in our CCNA course. Okay, fine. Now, beside these networks, beside these 3 major networks, we have few more actually. Like, there is something called campus area network. Now, the terminology is quite clear here, right? Campus. It says clearly campus means a big area where there are multiple buildings and multiple blocks and multiple sections available. And your responsibility as a networking person is to establish communication there. See, there is a library here. Imagine there are totally 80 computers in library. There is some admission section here. Imagine there are 30 computers in admission section. There is a hostel. Imagine there are totally 200 computers in this hostel. But the distance between this library, admission section, examination hall, and all those things, it can be few meters and it can go up to like few kilometers. But the main focus here is all these buildings are there within the boundary. All these buildings are present within a geographical boundary. You're not crossing any public property there. If you want to cross the public property, you have no permission actually to take a cable from one building to the other building by crossing a public property. In that case, we have to use our internet service providers. So if all the blocks, it can be a university, it can be a college, it can be a hospital, it can be a big MNC where we have multiple blocks, right? So if all the blocks are present within the geographical, within a boundary actually, then it is called as a campus area network. Okay, so this also we'll see like how to make communication. Fine, this is a campus area network, which is a bit bigger than a local area network and smaller than metropolitan area network. Now, we have one more type of network here that is called cloud network. You know, cloud computing, you might have heard about this terminology, cloud computing a lot actually. So what is cloud? What is cloud computing? What is this cloud network? Let us try to focus a bit on this particular network. See, our friends, when I go with a local area network, see, this is our local area network. In local area network, we can say clearly all the devices are connected with each other. So what are the major devices we have in every local area network, friends? Routers will be there, switches will be there, firewalls will be there, servers will be there. Okay, there will be there can be multiple routers, multiple switches, firewalls, and servers. So if I just recall what I said before, in CCNA we are learning about router, switch, and firewall. This is what we are learning there, right? And if you go with your Linux server administration and the Windows administration, there we are learning about servers. So our package will literally cover all the things that we need to learn in a local area network. Computers and laptop, these are like, very basic things. Whatever computers we use in our home, whatever laptops we use in our home, the same computer and laptop we use in the company also. It's not a big deal. But routers, switches, firewalls, and server, these are the devices that we use only in our companies, only in a computer network. In personal computer, we are not having any switch or a firewall or a router. And by the way, the router that you see in your home, it is something like this, right? It is like this. So this is actually a internet access point. I should not call it as a router. Router is something different. Router is a different device. Router is a bit bigger device. The Wi-Fi router, what we have in our home, is just an access point, my friend. It is just there to make internet accessible within our home. Okay. So that is our Wi-Fi router, but it's not an actual router. It's just an access point. Our actual router will look something different. I'll show you probably today itself, like how the router looks. But it's a big and different device. Fine. So every company needs routers, switches, firewalls, and servers. Without these devices, communication is not possible. Without these devices, computer network cannot be established. Without these devices, we simply cannot have any computer network, or we simply cannot have any internet access. Fine. Now, this is physical network. Now, coming to the cloud network here, friends. Listen carefully. It's a very simple logic. As you know, cloud computing is one of the most demanding technologies we have across the globe for last few years. And coming many more years to come, or many more decades to come, cloud computing will remain the topmost, one of the topmost technologies, my friend. Okay. I repeat, cloud computing is indeed a very demanding technology. So let us just try to focus a bit more on cloud computing or cloud networks here. See, whatever you see here, these are the, points, or these are the definitions I have taken from the Cisco and the AWS websites. So see what it says here. Cisco says, cloud networks offers connectivity to and between applications and workloads across the cloud. What it means here. Let us just try to understand these things in general way. Let us try to forget about the definitions, what they have written here. I'll tell you one example. See, suppose, imagine, friends, you want to establish a computer network for your company, for your business. You want to establish a computer network. So to establish a computer network, what are the devices we have to take? We have to take servers, routers, firewalls, switches, right? What else? Storage, etc. We need all these devices so that we can establish the computer network. Without these devices, there is absolutely no computer network possible. Now, how we can take these devices? From where we can take these devices? If you want to take these devices, we have to go and buy these devices from certain companies. Like, if you want to go with server, a physical server, we have to take a physical server from, let's say, IBM company, HP company, or Dell. If you want to take routers and switches, you can go to Cisco. If you want to take storage, you can go to some other company. If you want to go to firewall, you can take some other company. If you want to go with your operating system, you can use Windows or Linux operating system. So literally, we have different companies that offers you different technologies or different devices. Okay. So we just need to bring all these devices physically and we need to establish our computer network. So we need to simply own everything. We need to own all these devices. We need to buy them. We need to purchase them. We need to simply build our computer network. Fine. Now, is there any other option available? Can I simply run my application without buying any servers and routers and switches? Now, the big question here, my friend, is what is the problem if you want to buy the devices? What problems companies were facing from, let's say, for last 3-4 decades? The biggest problem the companies were facing for last 3-4 decades in buying the machines are the cost of this infrastructure is too high. If you have to go with, let us say, 100 servers company, 100 server company is a small company. It's not even medium. So if you want to go with a company where there are 100 servers, and for this 100 servers, you have to take routers, switches, firewalls, and all those things. So approximately, you will be spending, let's say, 10 to 12 crore rupees. How much? 10 to 12 crore rupees you're simply spending on servers. Wow, that is some money, right? That is some money to build a computer network. That is indeed some money to build a computer network. It is before you even started your business, my friend, you are spending that much money. Now, what if I say you can start your business without spending any money? Now, how that is possible? How I can start a business without spending money? How I can take servers and routers and firewalls without spending any money? Is it possible? Answer is yes, it is possible. It is possible because there is a concept of cloud computing where I can take all these devices on rent, or maybe I can say lease, right? So if you go and see the market today, the nearest market, what you have, people have shops and showrooms there. Every person is not having the own property, right? Every person is not having the own property where they are running the business. Most of them are probably taken that particular property on rent or lease, and they are running the business perfectly, right? And what they do every month, they will pay some money so that they can run the business smoothly at that particular location. Cloud computing is something like that, my friend. You know what happens in cloud computing? In cloud computing, we have routers, switches, firewalls, storage devices, servers, server operating system, database. We literally have everything. But the thing is, we don't have any of these things in our company. I repeat, we don't have any of these things in our company. We just take all these devices on lease or on rent. That is the concept of cloud computing. We take every device on lease or every device on rent from a cloud provider like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and so and so. So see, if you go with a physical network, you need servers, routers, switches, firewalls. If you go with a cloud network where you're not spending that much money, you're spending less amount of money and less money actually, and you're still using all the resources. So in that case also, what we have to do, friends? In that case also, we have to simply use our servers, routers, switches, and firewalls. Now, what it means when I say in cloud, we are not having any resources with us. We are simply using, all the resources from cloud. This is a very general thing everyone says actually. What they say is this is, okay, before we used to use routers and switches and firewalls and all those things, but now we have cloud. So we are not using any physical routers, physical servers and all those things. This is actually a completely incorrect statement. Okay. Again, I am saying as a cloud, professional myself, I'll be taking, I have already taken many batches on cloud. I regularly take classes on cloud computing, AWS and other things actually. So as a, cloud person itself, I can say cloud computing is a present, cloud computing is a future. That's fine. But my friend, if someone says cloud computing has removed the requirement of the local infrastructure, the physical infrastructure, that is a completely wrong statement. Let me just show you one thing here. This particular image or this particular setup will clear every doubt. And by the way, I have not created this image. I have simply downloaded this image from the AWS official website. They are just trying to explain how the cloud will work. See here, they simply says very basic thing here. This is your local area network. What you see here is a local area network. And what you see here is actually your cloud. So the AWS people, they are trying to explain you things in very simple and easy way. They are saying this is a customer's network where there are some computers and mobile phones and laptops and desktops and all those things. And we have servers as well. AWS, they are saying we have servers as well within our local area network. And they show you something here. They say there is something called gateway here. There is a router here. There is some VLAN. This router and VLAN, it will take probably 20 classes for us to complete in CCNA. So this is that CCNA part. Okay. And this server part is actually your Linux administration and Windows administration part. So AWS people are trying to explain certain things through this particular setup. They are saying till here, whatever you have is your local area network. So what we have in local area network, we have routers, we have switches, we have servers. Now they are saying, listen, you have all this infrastructure within your local area network, fine, but the remaining infrastructure is available in cloud. That means they are saying you have few servers available within the company, but the remaining servers are available in cloud. So where are they available? This is your AWS cloud. In AWS cloud, we have something called a region. In region, we need to create something called virtual private cloud. In virtual private cloud, there is an availability zone, there is a subnet, and there is something called EC2. You know what is EC2? EC2 is your server. You know what is a subnet? Subnet is your network. You know what is availability zone? Availability zone is a data center where we have routers, switches, firewalls, and everything. You know what is the VPC? VPC is your bigger network. So these diagrams clearly explains you everything. It says cloud is the present, cloud is the future. That's great. But the local area network will not go anywhere. The local area network will exist for sure. Without local area network, we simply cannot manage a business. Local area network will remain there. The only thing the cloud is doing here is, let's imagine you have totally 500 servers in your company. How many? 500 servers. Out of these 500 servers, let's say you are running around 150 servers in the local area network and the remaining 350 servers you are running in cloud. This is what cloud will do. Cloud will not eliminate the routers, the switches, the firewalls, and the servers from the local area network. The routers, the switches, firewalls, and servers are still exist in the local area network. They will remain in local area network forever. The only thing the cloud will do here is it will simply try to reduce your IT expenses. How they can reduce the IT expenses? For this 150 physical servers, you need to pay money and you need to bring all these physical servers. You just need to pay money for all the 150 physical servers. But when you go with this 350 virtual servers, when you go with these 350 virtual servers which are running in cloud, the advantage here is there is no need for you to pay money on day one. I repeat, there is no need for you to pay money on day one. You can take this 350 servers on lease. You can take this 350 servers on rent, and you can simply run your applications there. This is what cloud will do, my friend. It will not eliminate the local area network. I have, many people have raised this question to me. Many people have asked this question to me before. They say like, why CCNA is so much in demand till today if the cloud exists? Simple answer is CCNA is mandatory for you to learn cloud computing, my friend. I repeat, CCNA is mandatory for you to learn cloud computing. If you want to understand what is VPC, what is subnet, what is gateway, without having the knowledge of CCNA, you simply cannot understand any of these terminologies or any of these technologies. Got it? This is mandatory. To perceive a career in cloud or DevOps or cybersecurity, one course that is mandatory, or two courses that are mandatory are CCNA and the Linux. The problem is people nowadays, they just try to go and learn DevOps directly. They just try to go and learn, cybersecurity directly. Without having the knowledge of networks and networks and Linux administration, if you want to go and pursue the career in this latest and the new technologies or more advanced technologies, you simply cannot learn it, my friend. You simply cannot understand anything. Okay, so this is what this CCNA is all about. So what is a cloud network here? Cloud network is a network which is not under our control, which is under the control of some other company like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, or any other company. We just, take the resources from them. We just take the servers from them and we pay money according to our server usage. Okay, so when you take the money from them, you just need to understand how we can take server, or when you take resources from them. Actually, we need to understand how we can take the resources, how we can utilize the resources. So when you take the resources, when you utilize the resources, you're using the computer network only. Got it? This is your cloud network, my friend. So we simply cannot run away from cloud network. Local area network will be there, cloud network will be there for sure. Okay, this is the terminology you see in many cases. It is called hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud means few servers are available within the company and few servers are available over the cloud. This is called hybrid cloud model. Okay, now see your friend, this is some data center. Can you see? This is a data center where we have routers, switches, firewalls, and servers. And by the way, what you're learning in CCNA, you're learning about routers, switches, and firewalls. What you're learning in Linux, you're learning about the servers, right? The server operating system. So you literally have all these devices there. Without these devices, there is absolutely no data center available. See the size of this data center, my friend. This is too big data center even to imagine. Companies are spending, 50,000 crore rupees, 40,000 crore rupees on this particular data center. Cloud companies, they are spending that much money. So when these people are spending that much money, they are getting returns also, right? Who will do a business where there are no returns? I repeat, who will do the business where there is no return? If you are spending 100 rupees in a business, you are expecting at least, 150 return, right? So these companies are spending 30,000, 40,000 crore rupees. So when they spend 30,000, 40,000 crore rupees, they are expecting a lot of profit, lot of benefit, lot of, returns there, right? So obviously they are getting all these things. So what I'm trying to show you here is, what I'm trying to explain you here is, the data centers that are available in cloud, the data centers are working because there are people who have done CCNA. Obviously, after CCNA, they have done NP and I, some advanced courses also. But there are people who have already done CCNA, and these people are actually managing and maintaining these data centers. Okay, this person, what you see right now on your screen, is doing something in the data center. I can 100% guarantee you, this person, this person, this person, three different photos, three different people. I can say with 100% guarantee, they have already done their networking courses, especially CCNA. Without having the networking knowledge, they cannot work. She might have already done the networking course. Okay, now this is the thing. These are the routers that we need to learn, my friend. See here, these are the routers. There are totally 3 routers and 3 switches here. This is router, and this is router. Blue color marking is your router and pink color marking is actually your switch. So these are the things that we are learning in our coming days and coming weeks. Routers, switches, and firewalls. Firewall will be similar to router actually, but basically these are the things that we are learning. Got it, friends? So these are your physical routers and switches. So we have, maybe you have not seen these routers and switches ever before, right? Maybe if you just join this technology or if you just trying to learn this particular course or particular, technology, you might have not seen these routers and switches. Till now, most of the people will assume a router is a Wi-Fi router that we have in our home. But like I said, my friend, in reality, routers will be like this. Actual routers that are running the complete internet, those routers are something like this. It can be much bigger than this. This is something like maybe a bigger than a laptop actually. But the bigger routers can be as big as your Almira. It can be 7 foot, 8 foot tall. It can be much more wider. It can be a very big router actually. Got it? So overall, these are the devices on which we are working, my friend, as a networking person. Got it? So this is what it is. This is all about your CCNA and this is all about your network and all those things, my friends. So if you just try to know the basics of these networks and the fundamentals of networks, it will be super easy to understand all the other things that we have in this CCNA code. So is it mandatory to learn CCNA? Yes, it is mandatory to learn CCNA. What we can do after CCNA, I have already mentioned, like there are plenty of options and opportunities available for you to go after CCNA. Like you can go with CCNP or CCI, or you can go with cloud computing, or you can go with DevOps, or you can go with, cyber security. There are absolutely, plenty of options and opportunities available for you. You can simply go with anything. You can simply start your career. CCNA is one of the most demanding courses we have in last 4 decades. From 1990s till today, CCNA and Linux administration is one of the most demanding course or most demanding technology we have. Simply cannot start your career in IT without having the knowledge of these 2 courses. Okay. So that's it, friends. That's it for the demos and all those things. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be starting the regular classes actually. Regular classes will start at 8 p.m. India Standard Time. And this particular course will take around 35 days to complete. Okay. I'm here for you for at least a couple of more minutes. If you have any doubts or questions, I'll be more than happy to clear all your doubts. Over to you now, friends.
Hi, Shakeel. I'm Srava.
Yeah,
Okay, I
sure.
have some clarification. So, CCN is only 35 days, right?
Yeah.
How about the Linux administration here?
Linux administration will take another 35 days. Means, hopefully after a week or 10 days, I'll be starting Linux administration at some other time, maybe 9 p.m., 10 p.m., something like this. So if you want to come parallelly, you can come parallelly in that Linux administration. And within next say 45 days, you can complete both the courses.
Okay, how about this Windows administration?
Okay, Windows administration, actually, I'm just sharing the recorded classes of Windows administration, my recorded classes, because it will
Okay,
be, too lengthy for people to come for like 3 months and 4 months for like, these 3 courses. So
okay,
probably they can come for 2 courses in a day, but 3 courses will be a bit heavy for most of you. So
okay, okay.
yeah,
So, altogether, both Linux and network will be completed within 35 days, right?
uh, let's say 40 to 45 days because CCNA, if I'm starting tomorrow, it will take another 35 days. But if I start
Okay,
Linux after a week or 10 days, then it will take another 35 days from the next 10 days, right? So it will be, let's say, 45 days.
okay. Totally when it will complete?
Maximum, let's say April first week or around 10th of April, it will be done. CCNA as well as Linux administration will be done
Okay,
at around April 10th.
by April 10th. Okay, okay, okay. That will be good. So that means by March uh, third week, our CCN will be completed, right? March
At
third.
the end of March, hopefully season will be completed because February is only for 28 days. So I'm just expecting to complete CCNA by March ending.
Okay. Later by March, then you will start in April, Linux administration.
I'll start Linux administration within a week or 10 days, my friend. I'll start at different time.
Okay. Within a week.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so you can come for 2 classes in a day.
Okay.
If you want to
Okay.
come separately for Linux for separate and CCNA separate, probably you'll be spending 2.5 months actually. So that's the reason I'm saying it's better you can come in 2 classes in a day and we
Okay.
can finish it as early as possible.
So 2 class in a day means it will be in different timing or what?
Obviously, different timings. 8 to 9
Okay.
is CCNA. That can be, let's say, 7 to 8, or it can be, let's say, 9 to 10 or 10 to 11, something like this.
No, 8 to 9 is CCNA. 10 to 9 to 10 is
It
next.
can be 9 to 10, or it can be 10 to 11. Some other time it will be there in evening,
Okay.
or
Okay.
it can be there in early morning, like 6, 7, something like this. So I'll start one more batch soon.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah,
Sure. 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 That will be good. Yeah. So later point of time, you will be giving the Windows administration, no?
exactly.
Okay,
I'll just
okay,
share the recorded sessions.
okay, sure, sure. So what else you take, Shakil, apart from
Uh,
this?
as of now, I'm taking CCNA, Linux, and AWS, my friend. But hopefully soon I'll be starting the cyber security. But as of now, I'll be taking the Linux AWS also, Amazon Web Services.
Oh, cybersecurity is different concept, right?
Yeah, cyber security is something huge actually, my friends. You simply cannot start cyber security directly. You have to go with all the servers and the network and the cloud concepts, and you can go with cyber security.
Okay, any worry of just keen to know about cybersecurity? Just a few summaries about cybersecurity.
Cyber security, I'm not sure how much I can put here and how much you can get actually, my friend. But just try
Just
to understand one thing. Whenever you hear the terminology security, whenever
okay,
you hear the terminology security, just imagine that will be super, it will be huge in demand. It will be like, one of the go-to technologies you can think of. So as of now, I'm not sure how much I can put here.
okay, just a few hint, not too much in security. What in security, what we do exactly?
See,
Like
whenever I talk about security, it means actually protecting your data, or protecting your networks, or protecting your servers from attacks. So when I say
okay,
attack, I'm
okay,
not talking about like, battlefields and all those things. When I say attack, I'm talking about you're protecting your network, data, servers, and applications from hackers.
okay, okay, okay.
That is what cyber security is all about.
Okay, okay, good, good. Okay, okay, Shakil. Yeah, thanks for the
Okay.
details.
Yeah.
We will join me tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks a lot, friends. Thanks for coming. And like I said, today was the last demo session. We have a few more people. Hopefully, we'll see them tomorrow. But as of now,
Okay,
this was the last demo. So let's see how it goes from tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We'll be
okay,
starting our regular classes. Okay.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, friends. Bye. Okay, fine. So I guess no more questions here. So we'll stop the session here, friends. And let's meet again tomorrow at same time, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time with the regular classes of CCN. Thanks a lot, friends. Bye.